Welcome back, guys. I'm Mike.
And I'm Stephanie.
We're Vanlife Sheldon's Travels. Sheldon, he's our yellow-bellied slider turtle. He's hanging out in his tank in the van today. But we are right here camping in Zion National Park, guys. We have been here before. We spent a month here a couple years ago when we first started getting on the road, but we never got to camp in the park. We always parked on BLM outside, but today, guys, we finally got a spot right here at the Watchman Campground.
Yes. As you can imagine, it is pretty desirable to camp right here inside the park and then go hiking for the day. So it is kind of hard to get a hike. With COVID, there's a ticket process. We'll get into that later.
Right.
But we're going to do Angel's Landing, and we're going to bring you with us.
Yep, guys, we're all set up. The van's all set up. We're hooked into electricity. We're going to make our way over to the visitor center. And like Steph said, we're going to do Angel's Landing, one of the most dangerous hikes in the world and one of the best hikes here at Zion. So we've done it before. I'll put a link up here in the little top up here of the last time we did Angel's Landing. But let's take this hike and see how much fun we can have today here at Zion.
Definitely, let's do it.
All right, guys. All right, guys, well, first things first, we need to fill our water jugs so we have plenty of water in our camelbacks. Do this hike. We're going to do Angel's Landing. That's 3.9 miles to the Scout, 5.4 up through the chains. Said about 4 hours. So we did it last time in maybe about 4.5. But we did have lunch up there too. So let's get going. Angel's Landing, guys. Well, right here it says, since 2004, 13 people have died on this. So this is a very, very dangerous hike. So if you're not an experienced hiker, please do not attempt this on your first hike. Like I said, since 2004, 13 people have perished doing this. So here. Cactus. It's nice to see a little green though, after being in the desert. And a threatened owl's nest is in the canyon.
Says, please keep your
voices
voice
down
and music and headphones at this point.
All right, we'll be quiet from here.
Like seeing all these crevices and where the owls might stay, you see so much more on your second go around. So definitely, if you only done a hike once and you're thinking about doing it again, definitely go, because remember, the weather does change the environment.
It does.
All right, so right here we're at the bottom of Walter's Wiggles, and that is about 22 switchbacks going straight up. So this is where the incline really starts.
So guys, this is the hardest part for us. So we're gonna stop like every other time going up, and that way we're half and half.
Yeah.
We'll be up there in a minute.
But it's pretty cool because as soon as you get to the top, the turns get closer and closer.
And then you got a spot. We're gonna have lunch up right after that top, and then after lunch we'll hop on the chains.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get to it.
We are almost to the top where you have to go up onto the chains. We're gonna have lunch up here. So, it's a long hike.
As I was saying, the higher you get, the smaller the switchbacks get. We're getting to the top. As you could tell, you could actually see the end of each switchback.
There you go. A little view from the top.
Look how at each curve it's like carved into this rock here.
Yeah.
I really see it when you look down. You can see
On
each one has like its own cave. I think that's pretty cool. Like I said, when you hike something for the second time, you see so much more.
Yep. We're almost there. Hopefully right around this corner here. This is the spot. Look at Steffi taking some amazing pictures. See all the way up there? that little ledge. That's where we're headed. See all those people on the chains?
Right here's where we're gonna have lunch.
Yep. So let's head on over there. Alright guys, well, we made it up here to the top part right before you hit the chains, and we brought a little lunch. That's what we normally do last time.
I brought tuna and crackers for me. I really like these when hiking, and a couple of our yachty friends told us about doing wraps when you're on the water. Bread soaks and you smush your sandwiches, especially in your hiking bag. So wraps work really well, especially on hikes. So I packed Mike a turkey and cheese wrap, and that's our lunch today.
All right, and a little bit of a sweet tea, and we'll call it good, and we'll get back up on the chains. And oh, look at the little chipmunk guy.
Well, we chose this spot because actually a couple years ago we sat right here for lunch. This railing was not here, and Mike was eating lunch, and he had his little lunch bag, and it actually went and blew over the edge here, and he went to grab it and realized he was sitting on the edge. So I'm pretty sure we're not the reason why they put this here, but
something happened.
Yeah, something happened, and now there is a railing here. So that's interesting that we came here last time, this wasn't here, and now this time it was here. And they did just do a maintenance check on the chains.
Nope, that's gonna happen tomorrow. So that's coming up. So the Angel's Landing will be closed for a couple of days. But look at this little guy. Look at these little chipmunks. Guys, after lunch we decided you can't just stop here. You gotta go up on the chains and go all the way to the top. So that's where we're headed now. I'm gonna try to keep the camera, but I've gotta hold the chain with one hand and the camera with the other and stay steady. So 13 people have died doing this hike, so gotta stay safe. So if I need to turn the camera off, I will. Last time I had the big gimbal and the big phone and everything, and I was able to do it, so I should be able to do it with this Osmos Pocket. So let's try it out. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, as you can see, here's the chains. So I'm gonna try to keep my hand on one of those if I need to as we go up this hill. Alright, hand on here and going up. Slow and steady wins the race here. Alright, guys. You're seeing what I'm seeing. As you can tell, I got one hand on there at all times.
Like every time it rains, this washes away.
Yep, a little bit more. But look, this. Oh. And look down that way. It's windy.
Yeah, but it gets steeper in places. In some places, so, you know, a little bit of this and that. But it was all good.
Yeah, that worked. Not a problem. We're still doing it, as you can tell.
Yeah, this is pretty slick. I don't remember it being this steep last time, so it's definitely disappearing as years go by.
Oh, I remember it being this steep. This looks exactly what I remember a couple of years ago. It doesn't look any different to me. I'll definitely compare the footage from this trip to the other trip, guys, and you take a look at that video from a couple years ago, but no big deal. Use these like steps. Just step it up. And we're gonna go right past them, okay? Flip the camera around. Still no chains in this area. And if you don't know, this is basically 1,000, 1,500 feet cliffs on both sides of us. If you're a YouTuber, I challenge you to this. We're just gonna wait here for a second and let these people come on up so we don't have to worry about any kind of passing. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna switch hands here. You're just gonna see what I see. Just cup the chain and let it slide.
Come out.
Here we go down this ledge.
That's why I like that carabiner.
Yeah, those carabiners do come in handy.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. So I was like, you know how much stuff I could put on there?
Did you hear my shoe slide?
Yep. Not a bad spot to take a moment. You know, I always preach about good footwear, proper foot attire. Oh, it's a good time. Wow.
Right here, last time where the hell was in part 4.
I love Jenny. Isn't that nice? That's cool.
My little sister's name is Jenny.
All right, I'm switching hands again. Gotta keep this camera nice and tight. Wow. Go. Wow. I might need both hands for this.
footholds that you could put your foot as you go up.
Yeah, just all the people through the years. I'm tired, guys. Out of breath. We're definitely up. We just went up 1,500 feet. I guess I need to get up here somehow. Oh.
Mike actually had to put the Osmos pocket away. It was getting too steep. He had to use both hands on the trail. Some parts were really skinny where it was only about a shoe length, and then other parts were really narrow where you had to get in and then start climbing up. So you really did need both hands. And unfortunately, the camera did die, so now we're using the phone, and we're going to splice that footage, of course, together for you. But I don't know how much footage we'll be getting on the way back because we are using the phone and we don't have the gimbal. But we did make it to the top of Angel's Landing. The story goes, a pastor and a couple of local boys came up here and they showed the pastor the spot, and the pastor said this is a place only angels can land, and that is why it is called Angel's Landing. And it is so beautiful up here and such a beautiful story behind it.
Well, there's just a little bit left to go, so we're gonna do that and then we'll get on our way back, guys.
Most definitely.
All right. All right, guys, it's the last little stretch here. This is the easy part. That last part, I just could not. Look at that view. I have to be careful with my footing.
And I was telling Mike, you showed him that rock in front of us. This is called Angel's Landing, and I might be crazy, but if you look at that rock in front of us, it almost looks like, what are they called? Hieroglyphs?
Yeah, petroglyphs.
Petroglyphs. And it looks like there's angels on that rock over there.
Wow. And this is the tip. This is it. I'm not going no further than this. As you can see, beautiful.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad we made it to the top of Angel's Landing. As always, please like,
comment,
and subscribe.
Please hit the bell for more notifications.
Check us out on Patreon and Instagram.
Wow.
And we'll see you in the next one.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. This is beautiful. Just so inspirational, man.
Yeah, definitely took the wind out of us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now the big trek back. See you on the next one.
Yeah, we're hoping to make it back. It's getting a little late in the day. It's probably like 5:30. The last bus leaves at 7 from the spot where it dropped us off, so we're gotta
hurry. Wow, guys.
Looks delicious.
Looks
I got the
delish.
burger.
All right, there we go.